Greetings everyone, hello and welcome back. How very good of you to join once more. I'm really digging this scenario here right now, as the city needs to survive and it gets a bit more complex as, yeah, well, the city incidents of course keep happening. Also now the sickness over here, unfortunately. So once again I will need to build a very expensive building for us, another hospital. And we need to build this then somewhere over here for this whole district. For now, let's keep it here. Yeah, I don't know what kind of area this is going to be. The Queen's Clock Tower I'm actually thinking about right now. So in this case here, those two service buildings will have to survive. Oh, look at that! The pirate actually proposes a ceasefire if we pay around 140,000. And do you need money? It looks like it almost. I'm not paying this, of course. We're losing a bit of reputation, but it was already at 0, I think, so I don't really care about this. We're still at peace with Princess Jingo. Even a high chance does not work with the flattery. And the Admiral actually likes us really well. That's because of the propaganda that we're using. He likes this, and also of the work increases that we do. With that, we're continuously boosting our reputation with him. Though, of course, at some point, probably just go to war with him too. Miss Hunt, this is always going to be war now, and Princess Jim, I'm expecting a war declaration anytime soon, right? So this can't be that long anymore. Alright, what is this? Alright, the pirate being under attack there by us and by the Admiral. That's actually pretty cool. There might be something valuable out of this. Let's get it. Right, so let's actually use my schooner right away. We should look out for these opportunities, honestly, that we can use to boost our balance there a bit. Speaking about balance, speaking about money in general, I would like to start now investing, right? And we have shares that we can purchase. We got 260,000 on the account, and I can purchase one of these for 200,000, and we get actually 800 on the balance with that. So this is a very nice way of using surplus money that we have to bump our balance without any propaganda. And with that, we get the share income. Of course, we're a bit tied to Miss Hunt's economy then. If she drops, the share value drops. If she goes up, that is what I'm expecting, the share value also goes up and we get more out of that. So I'm expecting 1,000, 1,100 share income out of this one share pretty soon, right? And of course, we want to accelerate this process then in the game. Yeah, taking over 1.3 million, that's a bit out of the reach here. Yeah, with that, we could crush her, really. What did my schooner find? A fool! Unfortunately, it's not more than that. These needs require less goods. Variety theater. That's a very crappy bonus. And 1,800 is also a very crappy sell value. So let's just get this one in here. And yeah, let's keep the schooner here. It's worth nothing to us anymore when it comes to selling, right? What we can do with it though is we can just salvage stuff that is close by. So if a pirate gets too close, or if Miss Hunt gets too close, and we might just grab us some loot there that we have. That's something we can use. Now, one thing that I need to do, unfortunately, is I need to cramp my harbor area. There's no way around that anymore. We have no space, and we need to protect my production there. Probably not the fisheries, really. So let's actually get rid of this one here for now. Can we squeeze them in here, for example? Oh, we can. This is actually pretty nice. That is something I would like to do. Look at that, another pirate ship going down. No loot, unfortunately. Let's just try to use these fishermen here, right? It's cramped, of course. These sand mines are actually quite valuable, so these guys I would definitely like to use here somewhere. We can actually do it like this. Let's have the sand mine number 1 and sand mine number 2. Yeah, it's working out. Look at that. Who would have expected this, right? And of course, we still should work out then on that we have enough space for my Docklands here. So let's move this out a bit further so that it still has its road connection. There you go. So we can still add more modules here now, and then on the other side too, right? Once we actually get to the next level here. Everything is in space here, so everything is set for, yeah, reinforced steel production now. The goulash is coming in. We have 38 tons of goulash left. So actually I can start also getting rid of my kitchens now, right? That's those two here. This is saving me a bit of money at least, and also workforce and space, of course. And we can also get rid of my beef production that we have over here, those two. It's not a lot, but still, it adds up, of course. Let's get rid of that. Once again, enabling us a bit more space. Another module we can use for the Docklands is the depot. That is something I would like to do. Yeah, 2 times. right? Because that's 200 tons of additional storage for my island, getting us to 550 total storage right now. And I'm particularly doing it like this, so we have more export modules than available here, right? So that's what the Docklands are for. The fish, very good. We only have those 3 fishermen now. Even if they get destroyed, I really don't care. And it's important that we have the sand mines in security, because they are actually a bit more expensive. Now, I think for the weapons, we're looking a bit better again. Yep. I would like to continue with another flamethrower. And probably also another row of flamethrowers here. Or we could start with the whole bunch over here then too. Somewhere. Right. Super important that we continue with that. Let's get in and build those 3 in addition. Influence-wise, money-wise, we can totally afford it. Yeah, steel beams-wise, actually not that much. This leads me to my 4th steelworks. Let's go ahead and build them. Right over here. Do we have enough steel still? Yes, we still have a surplus of 1 ton of steel. So this was actually fine for us to do, right? And with that, we're bumping my steel beams production now to 5 tons per minute. And there it is, also our first trade with Tobias again, with the cements now coming in. So with this, we can now build those 2 cement factories. And with that, finally start the reinforced steel production that we're going to need for the oil and for anything related to engineer buildings, basically. We're very low on the farmer. We can still upgrade a few more workers though. Probably over here too, yeah. There you go. So that we continue also, not only with taxes also, but making beer also more profitable once we roll this in. Because that will be happening then pretty soon as well. With another workforce bump, we can actually have a nice surplus now for coal and iron. I've increased the efficiency of these here by 50%, so the working conditions actually, and building 2 more charcoal kilns instead of the beef plantations that we had. With that, we can actually squeeze in a bit more steel. So I would like to build another steel furnace then over here. Because with that, we can then enable the next sewing machines factory that we're probably going to need at this point. Yep. So let's actually do this as well right here. Actually, let's move this around, please. Perfect. And yeah, the only thing also will be then logs. We're looking fine on logs right now. We're actually capped as far as I can see that. Let's also build us that fire station here as well. So more sewing machines, more steel beams, more steel in general. That's everything that we're going to need for also my next production scenes. I can't wait for the steam motors then, by the way. For this, however, we need brass, of course. That will be hard to achieve. How can we get brass in? Let's have a look at that real quick, because I have a feeling we'll need to start with that soon. Import this good cement. Isn't that amazing? For brass, one of the most important resources in the engineer level, we basically get it naturally by importing us the cement that we need for our reinforced steel production. Just fantastic overall. Cement, yeah, let's bump up the bread export for this to get even more cement out of that and even export more bread. We want to scale this up a bit here, right? So this leads to 100 that we need. 60 is still my surplus that we have only, but we're importing a lot of grain, so I actually have room around to play with that. So let's go ahead and build me 2 more flour mills over here. And with that, we can afford 4 more bakeries that I would like to have. It's the last 4 that we have here already, right? And bear in mind, they still don't have electricity. We can boost them further with that by 100%. And that is also something we can work on them pretty soon. Let's just check it out. With this, we have a comfortable surplus now of 7 bread, leading to 140 tons of bread surplus that we have per cycle. And yeah, that's actually quite massive. And we can use this one as much as possible. Let's use 120 tons there. If I have too much cement, we can just dump it into the ocean. It's not that important, right? Of course, increasing storage a bit is also something. Oh, look at that. And Harlow, it's a spy ship. Kind of like lost in the current seams. Thank you very much for this. Let's have a look what she is providing us with here today. What do you have to offer? Wait, did we just lose reputation again with Princess Ching? I think so. We're down. No, we actually increased it. Perfect. Yeah. 3. Yeah, high flattery does never work with her. Rum! Look at that. That's super nice. It's only 34 tons. So this is going to last us, yeah, about oof, 15 minutes, right? But it's going to be 15 minutes of pure joy because it provides rum to my engineers and to my artisans. Look at that balance now going up, right? We're going to get 45 coin per building and also for happiness. So it brings a bit of peace to my population there, this bit of loot. Tobias is already coming in again. You're very much appreciated here. Another massive trade. We're still... I wonder, where's my soap? Alright, we still need 152. Let's actually make this one in the next one. Let's go ahead with that. Right, because that means that with the next trade cycle, we are going to have the soap also as my first specialty product here. That's something I would really like to achieve now. The planks, we can bump up to 250 tons of export because I really want to get this to the next rare level here. The bread is something we are bumping up, and the window production actually. Oh, there is some firing again. Another pirate ship sunk. Let's have a look at it. I like this tactic. Always sending out my schooner there real quick to get a bit more rum. Look at that. Another 30 tons, 29 tons of rum that we just got like that. I'm super excited here for this piece of rum that we just got out of that. Nice one, really. This is going to last us a bit with high income and also high happiness until it runs out. The party should never stop, but unfortunately this is a party that is based on luck. Alright, 1,200. How's my focus looking? Yeah, 2. That's okay. It's really okay, right? Let's bump it up to 60. 124 on the windows. And we're not producing that much, obviously. We're producing 80 tons, so I would like to bump up my window production now further. That means another sand mine. We can still squeeze it in here. Super nice, right? And it's not a harbor for big ships though, right? As we're keeping everything so close together, it's not a harbor for that. With that, yeah, actually we can just go ahead and make us another glass maker. That we can do over here. And with that, we can build 2 more window factories. That is something I would like to do. Let's move the police station over, making room here a bit. Let's also move that fire station over, making room further. And with that, let's go ahead. I would really like to squeeze in some 2 here. Get rid of that farmer. There you go. Right. Super nice, I think, because that's a lot more window. I begin. With that, we have a production now of 6. That's 120 tons per cycle. And windows is really a valuable product, right? We should not push it too much, but I would probably like to still level it up to the next level. That's something. With that, we're getting 58 tons. We have a demand of 2. That's 40 per ton, so that's a nice surplus. And this actually gives me room to, yeah, upgrade a few more people to artisans. Especially over here. I would like to do this, so that we engulf the river in artisans, more or less. I think here we still have some workers. There you go. Another ride here destroys my farmer population right now, but that's something I have to live with. We don't need that many farmers anymore anyway, so it's fine to some extent. There you go. That was a lot of upgrades. We're out of steel beams again. And about the farmers, no, we need to keep most of them right now. This ride here is, though, might be a bit, come on, an overreaction to the working conditions. Let's have a look at them, by the way. Do we have any hard working stuff here still? Yeah, planks and especially the logs I will keep. We could get rid of the sawmill condition though, because I can just build a few more sawmills. And the sheep farm, we can also get rid of that, right? So this is reducing the discontent now for these guys. And I will still need a few more sawmills, I think. Because the demand, yeah, we need around 20 tons at least. We can still build 3 more sawmills at least. Let's do this. They also basically need no workforce, right? It's 10 farmers. Easily something we can do. Just gotta make sure that this ride over here ends soon. I could, yeah, get a few more farmers in by bumping farmer houses here, but that's just, I don't know. Here, this looks like a nice district we could work on. I could move the trade union to the other side here, right? Because this is more likely going to be factory area. And this area here is then available all of a sudden for another city district. Let's do this. Let's have this triple road continue into this area. And ladies and gents, this is what I love about the One Island Challenge. More and more opportunities unfold as you know, think a bit harder about your city, about the island, the only one island that you have. And when you think it's the end of it, there's always something new popping in that you can use to further expand. Be it with the Docklands opportunities, be it with boosting efficiencies, be it with just a bit of loot that you find in the ocean that just turns the game. It's fantastic, I think. Miss Hunt purchased back the share. Let's get this one in immediately. The share is providing a value of 1040 at this point. So thanks to her growing economy, she also has engineers now. We are really making a nice profit there on her shares, of course. We have 220,000 on the bank, so I could actually afford the next share soon again, leading to an income of 2,000 just out of the shares. That is fantastic as well. What is not so fantastic really is those rides, but we're working on that, giving me a bit more a farmer buffer, right? So let's go ahead and have this district here coming in. Yeah, let's go ahead and have these blocks here then, right? Should be able to safely squeeze them in like this. There you go. And then on the other side as well, of course. Perhaps a bit of a... Nah, I think we'll still need to go with high density. I'm not going with anything else really. High density looks fine too, right? It's not so bad. I definitely want to keep a bit of a road here though. So we need to make this a bit nasty looking. There you go. And this one we can keep on a 2 road, goes over there, and then we have another block of buildings just here. Going into the charcoal kiln there, so I should be a bit careful about this. But that's a few more farmers that we pump in. Not a big of an... Now it's once again a pirate ship that got lost, so let's get that loot in. Ah, we're out of rum now again. Oh, is this already without rum? No, rum is sinking now, is it? Yeah, it's sinking now, so this is going down further. It's okay, you can't live on rum forever. What do we have here? Alright, sales. I'll take them. Next trade, 8 minutes. It should be once again a nice trade because I'm hoping... Yeah, we are going to definitely unlock the soap as the next specialty product. Bread, actually we expand in high volumes now. Still going to take a while. And the windows, yeah. We continue, of course, also with exporting that in higher volumes. And then we could get for the 5th contract. That would be my goal here right now. Farmer population is looking fine again. Workers, questionable. So let's upgrade a few. There you go. That we have at least a slight surplus there again. And so it happens. We have upgraded the soap, increased its value as well. And with that, have another one here. And with that also, of course, having an export office. Yay! Great things indeed. That's a lot of goulash as well. We're going to need that anyway for a second granary. And with that, let's go ahead and build it. There it is. Export office number 4. Oh, wait a second. What's going on? Ah, yes. Also, come in. Pirate ship. We're also bumping our Princess Jing reputation there quite a bit with destroying those ships. So this might actually be also a way of keeping us afloat with her a little bit longer. And with that, we have a 5th good available. This will unlock the hops if I activate it, or when I activate it. What should we import with that? We could import penny farthings. That's a bit out of the way. Where's tallow? Tallow. Where's my tallow? We should have tallow visible somewhere. There it is. What do we need for tallow? Yes. Export volume of 2,160 for upgrading tallow or for unlocking tallow, and we need to import tallow 2,200 times to unlock us the caoutchouc, and we're going to need caoutchouc for petty farthings, which is a very important resource or product for providing happiness and money from the engineers and then investors as well. So this is a super important one. Weapons, all right, take it. Thank you. By the way. Yeah, let's go ahead and purchase the second share of Miss Hunt. With that, we are really down on money. We can always emergency sell a share, right? But we're bumping up our share income to 2,200 now. And that's super nice, of course. Since we have timber and planks, I could also continue selling ships again. And I would like to continue with that on the clipper side. Right, the 7,000 we need a lot. Oh yeah, Princess Jing is fighting, I think, against the pirate over there. A few more ruins that we can tackle. Right. And yeah, it's tallow, it is indeed, right? So that's the planks. For now though, we can really use a bit of hops. So I'm just going in and I'm just going to get the cattle in, right? What kind of good do we want to export out of this for the hops though? Now, windows we use, soap we use, bread we use, but soap we could use in higher quantity to also continue boosting its way up here to the top. That would be something, right? So let's just use, yeah, soap on that. This immediately unlocks the hops that I can now use. And now we have hops import. Now, hops is quite valuable, unfortunately, right? It's a 1-to-1 ratio with the soap that we have. So how much hops would we need for the current beer demand? We have 3 tons of beer that we would need to provide to my population of artisans and workers. That's 3 tons, and that means essentially, I think, 3 breweries. Yes, that we can also boost them, by the way. So 3 breweries it is, that leads to 3 tons, that leads to 60 tons of hops per cycle that we need out of that. So that's really not that much. Let's go ahead and make 75 tons of it. And with that, we export an additional 67 tons of soap. Provide that. Let's also continue building us 2 more rendering works and 1 more soap factory. We still have capacity and we haven't even boosted them yet, right? Let's also go ahead and build me another pig farm over here to provide the meat for all of this. Very good. Yeah, workforce goes down a bit with that. Let's continue with upgrading a few more farmers to workers there. There you go. And this is already all providing. So that means hops will be coming in with the next cycle. Hops will then need a malt house. So we're going to need 2 malt houses to make this one work. And we're probably going to use them a bit further outside here. Right, there we can have 3 already. And then we can have 3 breweries. We will tone it down to 2 breweries then only, and then to 1 only once electricity comes in. For now, we're going to need just this amount. That's just how it is. Yeah, let's go ahead and build the 3 malts, right? And probably also have them a warehouse right away. These guys here would like to upgrade when exactly, please? The marketplace, the marketplace. Yeah, let's upgrade these guys here. Workers, right? That gives me the workforce again that we need to also provide me then with those breweries. I'm going to build them only though once the hops is coming in. So in about 16 minutes. Now, while we wait for the next trade, which is already happening in 20 seconds, I would like to also once again work on my harbor area. Let's take all of my cannons this time around and move them all the way down here. Look at that. Their range is so big that we can actually close in almost the whole canal all the way down to Princess Jing's harbor area. So this is also going to be quite nasty for any kind of AI and also for the pirate. So let's go ahead and move all of this. This is going to be a bit expensive there. All right, 40,000. It was to be expected. And we can go ahead and just build us a whole row of new flamethrowers here now. That is something I would also like to do. Yeah, let's bump them in. Poof, there it goes. That's a lot more. We still have those here as well that I would like to finish on top of it, right? And let's actually also... Nah, I think it's fine for now. We get the Supreme Commander Influence bonus with these upgrades that we can use. And this gives me 17% attack speed now. Let's also have some cannon towers here at the edge. So that the flamethrowers are getting spared a while, right? Before the cannon tower is getting destroyed then. So that's that, right? We have a few here then as well. Another thing, oh, yeah, as you can see, it's getting really narrow now for the AI to push through this corridor there. That's a nice thing that we have going there, I think. For now, we are also a bit restricted by the harbor corridors. We're also going to consolidate this one pretty soon so that we can squeeze more buildings here in. And then of course we have the whole harbor area boost that we can do. That is something we could or should be doing rather soonish actually, that we can use once we have items available to further boost them. So 1 here, right, and 1 here to further boost their capacity then as well. Alright, the trade is coming in. There it is. And with that, we have the hops. And with that, let's go in and build us those 3 breweries. And also, finally unlocking us beer. And that's going to be a nice new celebration for my guys. Because beer is going to provide lots of happiness. By the way, speaking about happiness, I could also provide a variety theater to this region. I should. And that is something I can do then just fine here, behind the school. because that is important to keep my people a bit happier. They're already pretty unhappy with me. And every single bit counts, of course, as well. Beer production up and running now. Holy moly. That's amazing. And with that, we get the beer in, and that's 33 coin and 3 happiness for my workers and artisans. Unfortunately, beer is not available anymore for the engineers, so they will stay a bit more unhappy a little bit longer. Nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. I'm working up towards unlocking now, then also after the cement, of course, our brass. That's pretty important. I'm going to fight off any share purchase backs or back purchases, right? It's quite expensive at this point. So 300,000 is a share value there because she's expanding so quickly economy-wise. She's actually also building a botanical garden and the museum. This mod still amazes me. The Combat of Warhammer mod, thanks to Aces for this amazing job on it, of making this game so much more dynamic. And of course, we haven't even really touched the mid to end game. Onwards to new adventures. Stay tuned.